Let's review factoring by grouping. So this topic in ALEKS will be called factoring a univariate, so single variable, polynomial. I'm going to have 4 terms actually, by grouping. And this is for problem type 1. I don't know yet how they are different, but it did say problem type 1. So alright, I'll go ahead and do this one. So here's the first example I got. V cubed minus 5v squared plus 5v minus 25. I have 4 terms. What I will do is, because it said grouping, I will cut it right in the middle, right after the second term. Now I'm going to go ahead and factor out the greatest common factor of the first half, which is v. They can be, not just v, in fact v squared. I can factor out v squared from the first half, right? So the v cubed divided by v squared is just going to be v to the first power, v minus 5v squared divided by v squared. V's are gone, so I'm just going to have 5 there. Okay, next, going to the second half. These are both divisible by plus 5 or positive 5. So I'll write the positive 5 outside and go ahead and write the quotient inside. 5v divided by 5 is just v. Next, 25 divided, well, technically negative 25 divided by 5 is negative 5. Now look at this. Do you notice that we have a common factor of v minus 5? So you write that down once, v minus 5. And now the other factor is going to come from the outside, v squared plus 5. So you write that as your second factor, v squared plus 5, and that is where you stop. Okay, that is how you factor by grouping. One more example. Let's do another one. So how about in this problem we have u cubed minus 7u squared plus 3u minus 21. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half right after the second term and factor out what the first half have in common, u squared. I'm going to factor out u squared from both of them. If I factor out u squared from the first half is now u minus 7. The second half looks like I can divide both of these by positive 3, plus 3, and inside I will have u minus 21 divided by 3 is 7. Now after that, if we did something right, we should notice that we have a common factor that we can write once, u minus 7. And now the other factor is going to come from the outside, u squared plus 3. You put those two together, u squared plus 3. And that is how you factor. I'll go ahead and box my answer. This is how you can factor a univariate polynomial by grouping. And this was problem type number 1 in ALEKS.